Good morning, October 1st. With all that lovely construction on the road, I guess this is where I get up, huh? Alright. So I thought I'd do something I've never done before, which is vlog. Um, I don't know why, just thought it would be a good exercise for getting myself up and ready for the day. And just giving myself something to do while I'm in the in-between of finding work and fixing my mind. I went through a really bad depression spell last 2 months. And I'm finally at the end of it where I'm recovering. But I thought I might as well, you know, try to do things differently than I did before that got me to where I was. So the first thing I'm going to do this lovely Friday morning is get some breakfast and then clean up the mess that is my house. Because when I get into a state where I can't really be emotionally present or I find something difficult, I tend to let my house go first. So it's the worst. And I think I'm going to start on the living room. And then maybe another day I'm going to work on my office and then my bedroom. And, in between maybe the bathroom and the kitchen. But those are the three areas that I really want to get done, to get fixed. By the way, I moved. So I'm no longer with my grandparents. I actually moved last year. I made a video about it, but, stuff happens and yeah. So maybe this one will come out first, maybe that one will come out first, and there will be probably an explanation for why I waited a year and a couple of months to release it, but, uh, yeah. So I will see you after breakfast and then I will clean up. Just Bye. Watching a bit of YouTube before breakfast and not exactly the healthiest first meal of the day, but on the other end of the spectrum, I am going through my Betty Crocker cookbook and just looking over some recipes because I have some bananas I haven't used. And I heard the trend of the pandemic is banana bread. So we'll see if I get around to making any today. But they'll probably be muffins because I don't have a bread pan. I have a muffin tin. So there's that. One mouth on fire later, and 3 cups of water, and a video about slapping a chicken to try to cook it. That honestly I have not watched for the first time. And it is officially time for me to actually get things done. So, come join me. Now, for those of you who saw my one chip challenge video I made on my birthday for my friend, just because we couldn't be in the same place, you're wondering, why did it take you 3 glasses of water for that? Isn't the chip a whole lot hotter? Yes, it is. The water wasn't necessarily for that. I was just stating that I had 3 cups of water today. 1, to take my medicine, which I have to take every morning. 2 is just because while the food was cooking, I wanted a glass of water to hold my stomach over because it was empty because I needed it to be for my medication. And the third one was just because I had already poured a glass of water while I was mixing up the ramen. So there you go. Now it's time to actually start cleaning. So I am going to put you over here on the tripod so that you can get a better understanding of the hot mess that I'm about to be working on. Either way, I'm going to put this on time lapse and we'll get going. So, voiceover Angelica here, and we're just gonna go over a couple of the things that were going on my mind, like this corset. I don't know why it took me so long to finally put it away. Um, I just decided to go the method of left to right. I know some people like to categorize and like to know that they're putting certain things in the certain room at a certain time, but I can't. Yes, I am wasting a bunch of time putting this shirt on this Barbie. Look, she's my mini me, and if I wear a white shirt, she's wearing a white shirt too. So, okay. After that, I'm just grabbing all the little bits and going over the mail and going over what everything is and where it's supposed to go. I was planning on throwing a lot of the paper away, but then I realized I'm in the middle of a craft that I could really use them, so I kept them. I do get distracted after putting these books and pictures away. I'm watching a YouTuber by the name of Ets, short for etc. And I love his content. His voice is so soothing. Uh, he is one of those people who just has the voice. And it's fun when he gets excited whenever he plays a video game because it's like you have this cool, dulcet tone, and then what? Sorry for headphone users. And it cracks me up every time. But as you see, I get back to work. I do my thing. So yeah, I just go back to cleaning and I'm just moving the camera over to the next section. I start to get a little bit lazy here because I'm realizing how little there is left to actually do. It's just all up in that one little corner by the vent. But yeah, I keep going. And I just little by little encourage myself not to put a time limit on it. And then I go back to just binging Etz's stream because this whole cleanup was within the whole stream. It was like an hour and a half long stream, and that's how long it took me to clean up. Okay, please excuse the hair. I didn't realize I was looking like a crazy person. But basically, the side of the room clean. Look at that. So nice and pristine. Nothing in the chairs. I'm currently on a charger, so excuse me that I can't reach further. But yeah, I basically finished this side. There are some more things on the other side of the wall, but I think I'm going to tackle that on another day just because it's not really that much, and I'll probably do that when I tackle my dining room back there. Um, so that'll be later on. As for right now, I'm probably gonna take a video game break, which I haven't given myself in months. I wouldn't be surprised if all my villagers decided to, storm the Nook's Cranny shopping area that I set up and be like, we're leaving. You don't talk with us. You haven't talked to us since like July, which is true. But next thing after that is probably gonna be finger changing my calendars. Right there, to reflect October, and just to for the one back there, it has been so helpful. I was encouraged very strongly by my mother to seek out help when I had my initial meltdown. And we've been working together, and that calendar over there, it's hard to see in this footage. I'll probably put up like something over this whole talking segment here. We came to the conclusion that for me specifically, being too detail oriented is how I get myself into these funks. I set very strict goals without any wiggle room whatsoever, and then I destroy myself verbally and mentally when I don't meet them, because quite honestly, a lot of them are unrealistic and a bit perfectionistic. Maybe not a word, but it's how I feel. So she gave me the task of whenever I get that voice in my head that says, you aren't doing enough, you're not working, you're not pushing yourself, you're not getting anything accomplished. Every time I do something during the day, I give myself just a little blue sticker, just a little blue sticker as a reminder that, you know what, I did something today. And even if I didn't, I can look back at the other days and say, I had a crazy week. It's okay for me to take a break. And it has been so helpful within the first week. Like, just putting those dots up there every time I accomplish something, it's showing me how far I'm coming out of this. And it's also helping me to not really put that much pressure on. Like, I'll give myself a sticker for just basic hygiene because I decided to actually take a shower today. I know, gross, but like, when you're a homebody and depressed, some days you don't feel like taking a shower. Sometimes you just want to wash up. Sometimes you don't even want to get out of bed. But seeing things like that I'm accomplishing something, if anyone who's watching this in the future feels the same way, I would definitely give it a shot. It has been so helpful. I don't have to remember exactly what every single one of those dots were. I just have to know that during this day, I did something. And whether it be I cooked for the first time in a week, or I cleaned up a part of my house, or I went grocery shopping, or I paid a bill, like, something that you did, something that you accomplished, that even if it's little, it's so significant to know, to have that, just that reminder that you are not just a waste of space, you are not useless, you are not unimportant, you have done something. It might not have cured cancer, it might not have changed the world, but most of us don't. And it's okay to just have a remembering that you did something. And it's been very helpful. So I'm very grateful to my therapist for recommending it, and it's helped me a lot during this month. I need to get better at remembering to put the stickers on now that I'm starting to come out of it, because I feel like I'll neglect it. But I'm gonna keep the practice even when I'm not depressed, because it just helps me to keep in that mindset of, you aren't just here doing nothing. And I think a lot of that encouragement also comes from me personally in my faith. I know that I'm not here to do nothing, and I know that I am chosen and loved and cared for. I see it in the people he puts in my life all the time. And I'm so grateful. I know I am blessed beyond measure, and sometimes I don't always acknowledge it, I will admit. This last week, I was a brat. I was super selfish and self-loathing and wanting to talk about nothing else but how terrible everything was going on in my life, that I didn't even look at the good. And there was a lot. There was so much. So, yeah. Didn't mean to get a little deep on you there, but I think I'm gonna do a little bit more of that. I'm gonna step out of the comfort zone of the safe conversations and push them a little bit deeper, because for me personally, I think the things that I love to talk about the most are Jesus, Lolita, and art. And so the fact that I'm getting more active in all three of those, and I have for years now, but I want to be able to share that with people and hopefully encourage people and even introduce people to things that they didn't even know they needed in their lives. Okay, maybe a little less for Lolita, but still, it's amazing. And yeah. So I guess stay tuned and see what else I have to say on these things as I just vlog my week or my life. I don't know where I'm going with this. Like I say on my channel's banner, Like, just a girl with a camera. Let's go. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good day wherever you are, or night if you're watching this in the evening. And I hope you know that you are loved. You are more than enough. And I hope that if today was not necessarily the greatest day in your life, that you still take a moment to think about the good things that happened in it, because that can really change a lot. So, bye.